Alright, we got us a box here from DU, as in, do you want to see what's in this box? I certainly do. Pop her open and check it out. Product, Smart e-bike. Oh my god, it's tiny. I love it. Got a box here with pedals, cable, tools, literature. We'll deal with that later. I know I keep saying this, but it's so tiny. Look at this thing. It's just a little guy. Look at this little kickstand. It's got a little shock in the back. Look at that, even. Press the red button to open the latch. We're gonna lock it shut, actually. Oh, that was like easy. Front wheels on, just had to pull the bike out of the box. Swing it, swing and lock the handlebars. Got to throw the seat on here and it'll be ready, and pedals, and it'll be ready to go. These decals are scuffed up here a bit. I'm pretty sure that's my fault. Whoa! When I pulled it out of the box, I tripped over my own feet and dropped it. Folding pedals, nice. Where is the ignition? Is this it? No. Do I have to get the manual out to find where the keyhole is? Charging port. Okay, so I found it. It looks like the key just locks and unlocks the batteries. You don't use that to turn the bike on or off. It just locks the battery into place. Looks like we have a 48 volt 7.5 amp hour battery. Ooh. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure you tighten the seat bolt up. I hopped on there and it started rocking back and forth on me. I'm guessing this is our battery meter down here. Probably a speedometer here. And this is kind of cool. You tap up and down on the screen itself, and I'm assuming these are pedal assist levels. It looks like we got 3 of them. Alright, we're getting ready to go for a ride on the DU C2. I'm out here at the beach today. I'm really curious about the maximum range on the battery of this bike, and what I've done is I've set a point where I can start here, where I know where the end point is 5 miles away. So we'll ride out 5 miles, back 5 miles, back out there, basically until the bike runs out of battery, and we're going to test that out, see what kind of range we can get on this bike. But here we go, I'm starting out in maximum pedal assist, and this is actually pretty impressive. It's got some torque to this little thing. It's a 250 watt motor, 48 volt, 7.5 amp hour battery, and I am really surprised at the takeoff that this thing has. I was kind of going through the off-road here as a bit of a goof, but man, it is just tearing it up right through the grass. So we're going to cut through this little spot here that's been cut down, and then we're going to get out to the paved trail. But the midpoint suspension in this bike does a really fantastic job of absorbing bumps and dips, and I'm really surprised at how well this thing rides. I haven't pedaled this thing at all. We are at a full charge, and through the grass we're doing about 12 miles per hour. I weigh 200 pounds and I'm carrying about another 10 pounds of camera gear, so let's take it out there and see what she's got. This bike has 3 levels of pedal assist, and I started right out in level 3 right out of the gate. With me pedaling in pedal assist level 3, it gets about 12 miles per hour. I could go down to lower levels and really kind of milk that battery, but you know, we're dropping down to pedal assist level 1, and it looks like it's about the same. So let's go up to level 2. We're getting 12 miles per hour. Level 3, 13 miles per hour, 14 miles per hour, and the bike caps out at 15. So yeah, we've got the pedals here if we need them, but really the throttle kicks in a lot harder than pedaling does. So I'm just going to ride this for the range test at maximum speed using throttle the entire time. I may pedal a bit here and there, but for the most part, it's just going to be a throttled ride. I'm going to enjoy the scenery, and it looks like it's capping out at about 14 miles per hour for me. Again, I weigh 200 pounds, and I'm carrying probably about 10 pounds of camera gear on me, so a lighter rider will probably get a little bit extra speed out of this bike. They'll probably cap out at the 15. Maybe they'll hit 16, but I'm guessing that it's not really going to be much more than this, because the bike is rated to cap out at 15 miles per hour regardless. No real wind today. It's a nice day, so as far as any kind of wind resistance slowing us down, that's not the case at all. I usually do an acceleration test with bikes that have higher speed. I don't really see much point in doing one with this, but we'll do it anyway. Here's pedal assist level 3 throttle, dead takeoff from a dead stop. Here we go. And there we go. We've hit 14 miles per hour. Again, I weigh 200 pounds. I'm carrying 10 pounds of camera gear. So if you're lighter than that, you might actually get a little bit more speed out of it than what I'm getting right here. Now, I slowed down for those bumps because I always slow down for those bumps on my road bike, but this went right over them. I keep forgetting about that midpoint suspension, and it does just a great job of mitigating the pain that you would get from those bumps. It absorbs all the shock, almost as if the shock absorber is doing its job. So this bike is definitely not going to win any races, but it is great for just slowing down and chilling out and taking in the view. And I don't consider it slow by any means. I mean, 14 miles per hour on a trail like this is pretty good. Oh, I'm going to get these Canadian geeses. I'm going to get you. Ah. If they were ducks, I'd be nice to them, but Canadian geese are jerks. Okay, so we just turned around at the 5-mile mark, roughly 5 miles. Again, I'm trying to do a range test on this bike. It's doing an okay job of going over like really, really rough terrain here. Oh, ducks, you don't gotta go. I'll be nice to you. I like you guys. Okay, we are coming back to the beginning of the ride here and back to the shelter house where I started. This is going to put us at pretty close to the 10-mile mark, and we are at 4 out of 5 bars here. 4 out of 5 bars exactly right here. So nothing to do now but continue on our way and see how many more miles we can get. I'm gonna guess at this weight and at this battery, a lot. I was a little concerned when I heard that this was a 7.5 amp hour battery. I thought that that would not hold out for very long, but I am being proven very wrong here. As a matter of fact, I really thought that this bike was going to be a joke and I was going to spend the entire video kind of just goofing on it. Well, the joke's on me because this thing is legit good, and I did not expect that at all. We'll go back and ride another 10 miles. I'm certain we're going to get another 10 miles out of this bike. At this rate, it's got battery for days. And I've been riding the bike pretty much throttle only. I did pedal a little bit, but pedaling doesn't do much on this bike when you get to the top speed. You're just kind of ghost pedaling anyway. So I've just laid right into the throttle and kept it going there at 14 miles per hour mostly the entire way, except for those few times I went off the grass to harass the geese and off into the rocks. But besides that, it's just been pretty much flat pavement riding. 14 miles per hour the entire way, and the bike's been doing all of the work. Okay, so we've just come up to the 15-mile mark. We are at 2 bars on the battery, and I hope it gets us all the way back. We've got maybe another 2 miles to go to get back to the starting point, and we're still at 2 bars, so we've come about 17, 18 miles. Okay, we are almost back to the beginning here. That's going to put us at pretty much 10 miles, give or take a mile. I would say there's maybe a margin of error of that much, but this shelter house right up here was our starting point. We've ridden to the 5-mile mark twice and back, so that gives us a range as of right now of 20 miles, and we are at 1 bar on the battery. I would say it doesn't have much more to go, but 20 miles for a 7.5 amp hour battery is pretty impressive in my book. Last thing I can do now is a hill test. I'm going to find a hill. All right, we got a little bit of a hill here on this bridge. I've been up and over it 4 times on this trip, but let's do it from a dead stop and do it again. Here we go. From a dead stop, hill climbing test. And an almost dead battery. It's still going up at no problem. Yep, it climbed the hill without any problem at all. So, good job. Okay, so we've got a definite slope going up this bridge here, which I don't think I'm allowed to take a bike on this bridge, but I'm going to be discreet, and it doesn't look like anybody's on it, so this is going to be a good hill climbing test here. It's doing it. It's doing it. But I do have to pedal a little bit, and it may be because the battery is so low. Yeah, it did the hill climb, no problem whatsoever. And we are at 1 bar, so there's nothing to do now but go back. And at 1 bar, it's still holding 14 miles per hour, no problem. I really expect this battery to die any time now. And I mean, we're probably at about 22 miles now, if I had to guess. At least 21. So, my final thoughts on the Diu C2. Well, it might not win any races, not the fastest bike in the world, but it might be the most fun bike in the world. It's definitely one of the most fun bikes I've ever ridden. Every time I ride it, I'm grinning from ear to ear, and the feeling never gets old. Because of its folding capabilities, it's super portable. You can fold it up and put it in your car and take it with you, and it'd be a great campground bike. It would be a great weekend vacation trip bike. It's surprisingly comfortable despite its small size, and even though it caps out at 15 miles per hour, it's really peppy and gets up to that 15 miles per hour pretty quick. We've seen the battery range test in this video, and I'm really surprised at how far it's gone. I still have 1 bar left, and I've easily gone 22, maybe 23 miles so far. But that's my opinion, and that's what I think. What do you think? Leave a comment below to let me know. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.